Hi guys, I'm Ravina and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making vegan Thanksgiving. Even though the holidays are smaller this year, it's just as important that you and the people in your bubble can still enjoy an amazing, delicious, festive holiday meal. And so that's why I've come up with this menu. We are making creamy mashed potatoes with a savory mushroom and sausage gravy. And then we're letting the oven do the heavy lifting by making crispy green beans with balsamic vinegar so they get nice and tangy and sweet, roasted purple cabbage with a tahini and herb dressing, and then crispy chickpeas with lemon and garlic. And of course, for dessert, we have pumpkin pie with a coconut whipped cream. This is so good. To start off, we're making our pumpkin pie since it has to chill anyways. I'm using finely ground graham crackers as my base with a little bit of added cinnamon and sugar, and then to that I'll add in melted vegan butter and give it a stir. Pat this into an 8-inch pie pan and then bake at 450 for 10 to 15 minutes until lightly golden brown. I'm using 1 can of coconut cream, both in this pie and as the topping. So first, what you need to do is get your can nice and cold, so that when you take it out of the fridge and open it up, you can scoop off half a cup of the solid coconut cream in order to whip when you're ready. Combine 3/4 of a cup of what's left in the can with canned pumpkin, cornstarch, vanilla extract, maple syrup, brown sugar, salt, and then our spices, cinnamon, ginger, allspice, and nutmeg, and then blend this together until super smooth before pouring into our slightly cooled pie crust. Bake at 425 for 15 minutes before lowering the oven to 350 and letting this cook for another 40 to 50 minutes until set. Let this sit on the counter until cool enough to place in the fridge to allow to chill properly. When you're ready to make your whipped cream, simply whip together the coconut cream that we've set aside with a little maple syrup and vanilla. I piped little rosettes onto this pie to decorate, but feel free to simply put the whipped cream in a bowl in order to serve alongside. Before I get on with the rest of this menu, I want to tell you about the private cooking classes that I'm offering. Since we're spending so much time at home, there's no better opportunity than now to embrace your inner domestic goddess and to really become comfortable in the kitchen. But I know that can be a daunting task, which is what I'm here for, showing you simple, delicious recipes based on your favorite flavors, what you have in the fridge, or your dietary requirements. So check out the description box down below for more information. Now we'll make our mashed potatoes. Peel and cube 6 russet potatoes and then place in a large pot of water. Add a few tablespoons of salt and then bring this to a boil and cook for around 30 minutes or until the potatoes are super soft. It's important to season the water at this stage to make sure that the potatoes are properly flavored throughout. In the meantime, combine 3 cloves of diced garlic with vegan butter and let this cook over medium-low so that the garlic has a chance to start to brown and infuse the butter with its flavor. Now add in non-dairy milk and, if you'd like, 2 bay leaves for a floral note along with salt and pepper. I'm using white pepper, which has a smoky note to it, so it won't add little specks to your mashed potatoes, but use whatever you have on hand. Let this simmer for 5 to 10 minutes before adding to your soft potatoes that have, of course, been drained. Mash until super smooth. For our gravy, I'll add 2 crumbled sausages into a pan over medium-high heat and cook for 5 to 10 minutes until they're nice and crispy and brown. Remove from the pan, add in a few tablespoons of vegan butter along with a diced onion and lots of chopped mushrooms. I'm using 1 pack of portobellini mushrooms, which I've cubed, and 1 pack of button mushrooms, which I've sliced. This looks like a lot of mushrooms, but as it cooks, they'll reduce significantly. Add in a teaspoon of dried thyme, paprika, and a tablespoon of flour. Add in a 1/4 cup of red wine if you'd like, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and then 2 cups of vegetable broth, which I've done by simply combining boiling water with a vegetable bouillon cube. Let this cook for just a few minutes before adding in non-dairy milk, and then dill and lemon juice for brightness and freshness. Now it's time to let the oven do the heavy lifting, so preheat it to 425 degrees while we work on our veggies. First, we'll take half a head of purple cabbage and slice into 1-inch strips. Place on a lined baking sheet and then break apart so that you have individual pieces, which will get nice and crispy in the oven. Drizzle over some olive oil and salt and pepper, and then place in the oven to roast for 40 minutes. Halfway through, we'll take the cabbage out and stir it, and we'll add in our green beans and chickpeas. For the green beans, simply top and tail them. So cut off the top ends and the bottom ends, and then toss with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper, and place in the oven. After 10 minutes, take them out, give them a toss, and then put them back in. 5 minutes later, take them out and then add a drizzle of balsamic vinegar and let this roast just for a few more minutes. The balsamic vinegar will add a tangy, sweet note to the otherwise savory green beans. For the chickpeas, simply drain and rinse a can or a jar and then toss with a little olive oil, diced garlic, lemon zest, salt, and pepper. This will roast for around 15 to 20 minutes until slightly browned. And then, once it's out of the oven, squeeze over a little fresh lemon juice to brighten up the chickpeas and amplify the flavor of the lemon zest that we added before baking. And finally, the dressing for the cabbage. Combine tahini, water, lemon juice, a little bit of maple syrup, and then the herbs of your choice. I'm doing cilantro and parsley. Add in a pinch of salt and pepper and mix together before spooning over the warmed cabbage. And here you have it, our amazing Thanksgiving meal. It really doesn't take long to throw together, but if you wanted to do a lot of the prep in advance, you absolutely can. The sausage and mushroom gravy, prepping the potatoes, just store them in cold water once they've been cut so that they don't oxidize. You can cut your green beans, cabbage, the pie is made in advance. This is a very make-ahead friendly meal. And now, the moment that, I don't know if you've been waiting for this, but I have been waiting for this. It's time to dive in. And I'm going for the pumpkin pie first. So pumpkin pie is one of my all-time favorite foods. Oh! Wow. It's so creamy and smooth and luscious. And I love the graham cracker crust because it's so easy to make. And I find that graham crackers have almost like a gingery flavor. So the way that it plays off of all the delicious spices in the pie is particularly fantastic. Mashed potatoes and gravy. To me, this is the essence of Thanksgiving. So good. The mashed potatoes are creamy. The gravy is salty and has fantastic bite from both the mushrooms and the sausage. Green beans. I never ever eat green beans with a fork, always with fingers, but just for you, I'll keep it classy. Green beans roasted with balsamic vinegar is actually one of my favorite preparations. I'll do this with broccoli as well, all year round. It's so good. Sorry, you didn't sign up for a mukbang. I'm almost done. chickpeas, garlic, lemon. Like, what could be bad? And cabbage. So delicious. Because the cabbage is sweet and almost chewy, which doesn't sound appealing, but it is. And then the dressing that we make is so creamy and fresh. This is a fantastic Thanksgiving meal. I really hope that you give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the description box, you will find the written recipe as well as information on the private cooking classes that I'm offering. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to be notified when I post new videos, and follow me on Instagram for your daily dose of food porn. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays. Bye.